Good evening. My name is Christy Kennedy, and I am your student's U.S. Government or AP U.S. Government and Politics teacher this semester. I'm so sorry I couldn't be meeting with you live this evening, but I hope you find this video very informative. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask by filling out the Google form that is on my introductory slide. Just click on the link and fill out the form. If you would like a callback or an email response, be sure to indicate that on the form, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right. Let's get this show on the road. So what is your child learning this semester in U.S. government? My goal for this semester is for your student to be able to think critically about how our government works. In order to do this, we tackle a lot of controversial topics. Ultimately, I want them to be able to see both sides of the argument clearly and to be able to draw their own conclusions for themselves. This ultimately makes them more informed voters in the future. Here's what a few of my former students have had to say about my class.
Hi, Ms. Kennedy. Okay, so something that I definitely learned from your class is I understand the news a lot better now. I understand politics a little better, and I know what it's talking about when it's talking about like different parties, like Republican versus like Democrat and all that stuff. I kind of understand what it stands for now. So yeah, it's very relevant. Your class helped me out a lot. Thank you. Bye.
Hey y'all, the most useful thing I got out of Miss Kennedy's class was that you don't have to completely agree with someone's opinions, but you do have to respect them, and she always encouraged us to do that.
The most I got out of Miss Kennedy's class was the idea of how each house works in the government, and she goes into very much good detail where I know how my vote works for each house and each branch of the government, each law. She laid it out perfectly for me, so I was able to get the idea of it instead of like doing the research on my own. It's a lot more easier when I'm looking at the news and wondering, okay, who should I vote for nowadays, because she laid that all out for me.
Many parents also ask me about the workload their student can expect. If your student is enrolled in the AP U.S. Government and Politics course, then this is considered to be a college-level course. Your student should expect reading every single night. We try to give them several days to complete their reading so that way they can spread out their reading over several evenings instead of doing it all at one time. We do not encourage cramming in all of their reading the night before it is due, because that decreases retention of the information. We approximate an hour to an hour and a half of reading every night. So for a long chapter, such as chapter 14, which your students should have just finished, that should take anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. But again, we're expecting them to be able to break it up over several nights. If we assign multiple chapters, your students should plan their time accordingly instead of trying to do it all the night before it is due. After your student completes their reading at home, we have open note quizzes in class. Students can use their reading homework, which we call SQ3Rs, and any notes that we take in class on the quizzes. Each student gets 2 attempts to take the quiz, with the highest score being the recorded grade in home access. If you have any questions about the workload, please have your child reach out, and that way we can find solutions that help your child learn best. Right now, the AP Government and Politics exam is scheduled for Monday, May 3rd, 2021 at 8 o'clock a.m. The test format is as follows: 55 multiple choice questions to be completed in 80 minutes. 4 free response questions, including 1 argumentative essay, to be completed in 100 minutes. Right now, this is the type of exam that I am preparing all students to take. However, the format may change depending on COVID conditions in the spring. College Board has not released any information regarding testing format yet. Registration for the AP Government exam and all other AP exams is currently open, and your child must be registered before November the 5th. Click Register in AP Classroom and then Pay in Total Registration. If you need financial assistance to pay for your AP exams, the form is available in your students' Updates section for their AP Government course. If your student is struggling, I hold tutorials during my 4th or 8th conference period on Tuesday and Thursday from 2:50 to 3:35 p.m. If this time does not work for your student, I highly recommend that they stay online during their asynchronous time during our scheduled class period to discuss any concerns or issues with me. They may also schedule tutorials with me after school by emailing me. Please check Home Access to see if your child has any missing work. Right now, the deadline for any work for marking period 1 for my class is Tuesday, October 13th at midnight. Please make sure any and all missing work is turned in prior to that deadline. Thank you. The last important thing that you need to know is that I will be taking maternity leave soon. I am currently 32 weeks pregnant and am soon expecting baby boy number 2. My maternity leave will start Wednesday, November 18th, and it will run through February of next year. I have already secured an amazing long-term sub, and I know that he will help finish the semester strong for all of your students. If you have any questions regarding this or what that transition might look like, please don't hesitate to reach out.